So if you've made it here, hi. Now you're probably wondering, what is a mini cut? It's slightly different from the traditional bulking / cutting. A mini cut is essentially a cut, but in a much shorter time frame, with the aim being to try and cut as much fat as possible. In this instance, I cut for 2 weeks, aiming to see how much weight I could drop within that time period. Now my reasons for doing this, I've been in a bulk for around about 3 months beforehand, spent the entire year maintaining weight due to COVID, and then coming up to peak bulking season again, I wanted to try and cut as much fat before going into another bulk. Current situation as follows was that we're in mid-November, gyms have been closed for about 3 or 4 months of the year, the gyms have only just been open again for about a month, and then that brings us to here. So in terms of leanness, at the moment, definitely not as lean as I would probably like to be. In the given situation though, no holidays coming up anytime soon, don't need to be in tip-top shape, so just cutting off the excess quarantine bulk is essentially what we want to do. So I kept on following my push-pull leg split as I would normally do. However, what I did was I restricted my calories down to 2,500 calories a day, 180 grams of protein. So top tip, don't force yourself to eat when you're not hungry. Also, you can use things like coffee and tea with caffeine in them to try and curb the hunger as well. But ultimately, you want to be having a high protein diet to maintain the muscle mass that you already have, but at the same time it will also have a satiating effect, so the higher the protein in the diet, the less hungry you should feel. I also weighed myself at the same time of day every day as soon as I woke up, this way that my weight tracking could be a little bit more consistent and accurate, as well as also trying to keep my water intake as consistent as possible to try and eliminate any other factors and purely just focus on the change in weight. So same calories, same water, same level of exercise, as in I would still try and get my 10,000 steps a day as well as my workout, and then that way everything else is standardised. The only thing that should be changing is the weight, and that which we're measuring, and then we can measure that against the progress that we're making. So overall, I think we can say that the cut was fairly successful. 3 kilos lost in 2 weeks. You can definitely see a difference, I think personally anyway, between the two videos side by side. If you look at like the frontal view from the before and after, you can definitely see like a reduction in fat across like the abdominal region. Side on, I can definitely see a change in posture. My posture is much more improved in the after as compared to the before. I didn't actually realise how bad my posture was when I took that video and reviewed it. Quite strange really. But across the back as well, I think you can see there's a little bit more definition in the after as compared to the before. So although on the face of it, not a massive difference in terms of like how lean I actually am, I was very happy with it. I think that you've got to be realistic in such a short time frame. You can't expect some dramatic results to be happening. I wasn't expecting to be looking like Arnold by the end of all this. But overall, very happy. I think what I'd like to do once we're out of winter and I've done a little bit of a bulking season, I'd like to go on a longer cut and really try and push as far as I can get in terms of leanness and lowering my body fat as far as I can without trying to compromise too much muscle. So if you'd like to see a video on that at the time, drop the video a like. If you enjoyed the video, just drop it a like anyway. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video.